Welcome, world, to Life, Love, and Wellness Global, a worldwide wellness movement. I am Reverend Sandy Rogers, and as the creator of this historic event, it is my pleasure to welcome you. We come together to bring you this historic event. We have practitioners, holistic practitioners, we have medical doctors, we have spiritual individuals. This event is so lovingly dedicated to my mother, Mrs. Barbara Dean Brown. And my mother taught me like 40 plus years ago about the importance and the meaning behind herbs. And she would always say, we don't know what they putting in those pills, so you better not, get hooked on prescription drugs. And so we listened to Mom, but not all of us paid attention. My sister, bless her heart, was diagnosed recently thereafter with asthma, and she was prescribed prednisone, which is a very powerful steroid. And my sister actually got hooked on steroids, like someone out on the street kind of hooked, like on heroin or crack or something like that. And so my mom and my sister are both on the other side, living in the other dimension, but they're upholding me, and this is dedicated to their memory. So we don't want to come and make you change your mind about what you're doing. We just want to provide information to you, something different, so that you have options to choose from, so that you're not stuck. Because the environment that we now live in, the fast foods, the toxins in the air that we breathe and in the water that we drink, and the processed foods, and all of that is causing havoc on this precious body temple. So God created our bodies to heal themselves, but they can only heal themselves when they're fed and they're nourished and they're stress-free. And so the 60 or so or more experts that we have are bringing you this worldwide wellness movement in an attempt to share their testimonies and their information with you. So we have from age 14 on up. I don't even know what the oldest age is. I think 88 or something. So you see, that's a wide range of knowledge that we're bringing you. And so we hope that you come and that you get all the knowledge that you need to affect a positive change on your life, and share this with others. It's free, it's online, and so we're just so thankful that you decided to be a part of our listening community, the viewing community, and we certainly appreciate you for giving us your time of day and your energy and your efforts to being with us and to being a part of this historic event. We have pulled together people of color for you, by you, right? So we want to make sure that you understand that we too, melanated people with color, can enjoy, practice, and participate in some of these modalities that others have been doing for centuries, and that is pretty new to our community. So we talk about Qigong, we talk about meditation, yoga, spiritual work from a different perspective than religion. So we talk about the spirituality aspect. We talk about abuse in the families. We talk about all kinds of subjects because we know that in our communities there are layers and layers and layers and layers of stuff that we never talk about that's causing a negative effect on our bodies and its healing process. So we address it, whatever it is, and we hope that you will benefit from the many experts that we have, and that you walk away with lots of knowledge and lots of new information, and that you become fully empowered to share information with others. So thank you for being with us. We love you and we bless you, and we look forward to doing this again. But thanks for being here with the first one. We appreciate you.
Love and wellness. Life, love and wellness.
loved ones, keep those peace signs together. Can you dig that? We don't need no division. We had enough of that. Bring them together. I'm going to say that I am Sandy Rogers' nephew, because that's what she would say. A musician, writer, song producer, just a gifted brother, you know, on the earth doing my thing, giving it all I got. How about that?
That's wonderful. And thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And so, you know, we're on this movement
Yes.
to bring ideas and suggestion, education, and knowledge to individuals, more quality, a higher quality of life. Do you have any rituals that or practices that you engage in now that you think actually adds to that?
Well, you know what I'm going to say. Drink of yourself and live. Water of life. That water we make. I just simply call it piss drinking. That means pee in a cup and drink it. It's our prescription. You know, and most folks would hear that and they would say, We call that the factor because, you know, all of our life we've been taught that the water that this beautiful cistern or this beautiful kingdom that we reside in, you know, produces something nasty and we must flush it. Au contraire, my brothers and sisters, that water we make of the streets of gold is the truth serum. It's the elixir of life. It's memory water. You know, and when you read the Bible, and I'll just say from my vantage point, because I'm a Bible lover, I've always been a lover of the book and the information in it. Whether true or not is really irrelevant. And what's true is, hey man, there is a Bible that was here when we were born. The information in it has always intrigued me. And the beauty of it is the story is about the water. The water separates in the book of Genesis, and in the Revelations, we're back into the water. So I've been drinking my water for 5 years now. And I haven't missed a day since that scripture hit me. Drink waters from thine own cistern. And in John chapter 7, where it says, he that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. I found it to awaken my mind, my spirit. I haven't been sick at all because that water that we make, you know, it truly knows us better than we know ourselves. And for those of you that know me, I do a Water of Life symposium, and it's usually held in September. So whenever you're watching this, go to my website, wateroflifesymposium.com, and get into your water, baby. Drink of yourself and live.
So Anthony, I've been in your studio with you today.
Yes.
And I've watched you as a musician and a music engineer and a music producer. So you're making sure that everything lines up, the horns, the drums, the strings, and you do that with life as well.
Yes.
So how would you compare that and you're in therapy and wellness?
Wow. What stands out with a question like that would be alignment. You know, I just said that the water knows us better than we know ourselves. When we deal with music, for those of you out there that are musicians or musically inclined, you know that we operate in the circumference of 12 notes. Mostly every song you've ever heard has 12 notes. But we dance inside of frequency and sound and space. And that's the key to a good record or a good sounding song, where you play sound, because we operate in a circumference that is limited, just like a disc. And you know, I took you in there today and I showed you multiple sounds, and it's not just hearing sound, it's where you play sound. we hear and feel different things in different parts of our body. So low end or the bottom, or certain mid ranges that pulse, that feels a heart, certain highs that touch the top of the mountain, or those high frequencies, the space where a lot of strings reside. So I dance inside of the universe, and the music to me is an expression of how I see the anatomy and where I would put things to make it come alive. How about that?
That's excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm one of your biggest fans of all times, and I don't have a problem or hesitation, right, when you say, Auntie, do this or do that. And so for me, it was not hard to get into the water, and I'm absolutely loving it. Because it's a spiritual transcending. Would you agree with that, or what's your view
Oh,
on?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the water decalcifies the mind. The water, we were born into it. You know, all of us started out in liquid form. You know, in most cases from our mother and fathers sharing of their ultimate pleasure. And along came the liquid that is us. And in the water of ourselves, over a period of time, 9 months or so, we form ourselves with no help from the outside world whatsoever. Here we come. The flip side to this formation is once we enter into the realm of flesh or dry land in the world of government, taskmasters, you know, rulers over people, laws. We're born into a realm of eating, consumption, and unfortunately, a separation from the same water that formed us, which is why we are sick, why we see our health declining in mass numbers. And it's when we return to the water, while we're in this flesh form, that we'll begin to awaken and break up those calcified places that over time, over institutionalization and learning versus unveiling, that we began to see. That's what the water does. The water breaks up all the calcified areas around the pineal gland, allowing the water from the top of the mountain to flow freely again through these beautiful cisterns. I call it the meat suit. And we began to live again. This body's like a tree. And this water that we make is an authentic water that replenishes this soil and rejuvenates the life that preceded us, that caused us to form in the first place, i.e. our ancestors. They get to live again. They all get to commune and reunite. And as they continue to build their relationship in the land that they inhabited, we come alive in real time. And you all probably notice that I glow. You can too. Drink up.
I love your enthusiasm for the work that you do. Tell us about how this Water of Life Symposium, how did that come about?
Oh man, listen, I'm sitting in my room one day with a couple of close family members of mine, Brother Timothy Wells, Sister Casey Weir, and we were talking. And Spirit just moved me. I sat up in my bed and I said, symposium. And then I said, what is a symposium? And I said, look the word up. So Casey, she goes into Google and she looks on Wikipedia and she looks up symposium and it says drinking party. And we all just went, wow. And I said, water of Life Symposium. I have to do that. Now, how to do that when I'd never heard of that was going to be the interesting part, but it also moved the creative gene in me to get started. And I immediately just picked up the phone and called a few people that I knew that drink. You, Auntie Sandy, being one. I said, Auntie, I'm going to have a Water of Life Symposium, and I'm going to have different people speak at it. Would you speak at it? And you, of course, said yes, because I'm your favorite. You know, I called Adria Jenkins Jones, who a brilliant mind, and had her start just putting things together with me. And then the interesting thing is, I built the website myself, so that's where a lot of my creative juices could flow, where I had ideas, I can, you know, put them on a page and then move it around, take some things off that didn't fit, and next thing you know, we got people from all over the world in Sacramento at the Hilton, 2017, talking about drinking their water of life. And we had a piss drinking good time.
The energy in that place was just incredible.
Yeah.
People communing and touching on a place of pure acceptance with one another.
Yes.
Like nothing I've ever seen before in any type of setting, a church, a synagogue, a mosque, nothing
Yes.
compared to that.
Right.
You know, it was incredible. So what would be your hope for humanity?
You know, that's a good question, Auntie, because I think humanity is an individual ride. I think, you know, when you look at the scriptures, there's scriptures like, let he that hath an ear to hear, let him hear. That's not something you just wake up and say. The lines are motivated by a previous action. There's something that, you know, resonates with the mind before a line is said. I know because my background is music and theater. So when I hear a line like, let he that have an ear to hear, let him hear, you have to say what motivates someone to say that. And that would be, in my opinion, when you found yourself talking to someone and you're probably passionately giving it out, and you realize by action or lack of action that they're not operating in what you said. And you can feel some kind of way about that. Am I talking to these folks and they're not hearing me? And I know because when I first woke up to the idea of the water, and that was again through Miss Casey Weir, a sister that drinks her water. She came to me one day with the scripture. She said, I want to talk to you about this scripture. I believe it's in Psalms. Drink waters out of thine own cistern. And as many times as I heard that scripture, I knew right then. I said, I'm supposed to be drinking. I'm supposed to be drinking this water. Give me a cup. And from that day on, I've been drinking every day. And to the day of this recording right now, it's been about 5 years. So again, my hope for humanity would be in lines of let he that have an ear to hear. Because I realize that everybody is not going to hear this. The calcification goes deep. The self-hate goes deep. What we've been taught to become governed creatures to be ruled over. It goes really deep. Not everybody's gonna, awaken to, the top of the mountain on this ride, So my hope is that for those that hear, we come together and we drink and we commune, and for those that can hear, as we break away from the conditioning and break up this fallow ground and decalcify our thoughts, that we share that information one with another and share what happens in our experiences to constantly elevate. And hopefully our light will shine, and, for those that can see, and some have said, something about you. What is it that you do? Some will hear and some won't. And for those that do hear, hey, talk to anybody that drinks their water for any other time. They'll tell you it is the greatest gift that you could ever give to yourself. Drink up, folks.
You know what? I understand the benefits that we receive.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other uses other than just drinking the water as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I brush my teeth with it. I gargle with it. You know, put it up your nose. Drop it in my eyes. You know, for those of you that use eye drops, you probably use Visine and Murine. The "ine" comes from urine, right? For those of you that use skin products like Proactive and a lot of other lotions that are, or creams that are for acne and bad skin, they all have urea in it or some type of urine in it. But your water is the best water that you can use. I bathe in it. In the book, it also says, when I say the book, I'm talking about the Bible. For those that know me, they know I refer to the Bible as the book. In the book, it says, my cup runneth over, which means you ain't never gonna run out. I am with you even until the end of the world. What? The water of yourself, the fountain of youth. That water, you can't drink it all, but you're gonna always keep making it. Always keep making it. So I drink all day. I drink in the morning, I drink in the afternoon, I drink in the evening, and even still I don't drink it all. So I have some aged urine that I use, and oh my God, is it potent. Man, it's like liquid fire. I use it, I put some in my bath. You know, it's very relaxing. For those of you that use Epsom salt and all of those other things, try putting your water in your bath. You see, you talk about peeing in the tub? Well, yeah, pee in the tub and sit in the tub. And you'll find as you get over the yuck factor, you know, it's a real humbling journey as you build a relationship with yourself, you know, and start being a cohesive unit with your own body. Man, you talking about oneness. That's the epitome of oneness. Drink up, y'all. Y'all thinking about it right now. Y'all watching me and y'all saying, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this. And that's the beauty about it. You don't have to tell nobody because your water's with you. You can go to a room right now. You just go into a bathroom right now, take your cup and just sip it. Just look at it, look at how beautiful it is. And you know, everybody wants something rare, right? A rare painting, or a rare car, or a rare emblem of some sort. Because the more rare, the more valuable, right? Right. Well, how rare is your water? That water that you make, you won't find it anywhere else on the face of this earth. Only you can make it. Why do you think it's the first thing they ask you for when you go to the hospital? And you pee in a cup, and somebody walks in with some gloves, and they take it out of the room, and you never see it again. You might want to ask them for that back. Hey, bring that back. And what y'all doing with that? I'll take that. Because they want to take that which is authentically you, your pre-script shut. That's that water. So that they can replace it with their version of a prescription. The goal is to keep you sick. Well. Wellness. Well. The water. Where the water lives. Wellness. Actual relationship with the well. Anybody knows, the doctors will tell you that our bodies are what? 75 to 98%. Exactly. Water. You know why? So that you never thirst again. Look in the mirror, pee in a cup, hold it up, and say those beautiful lines from that book. Drink of me, and you'll never thirst again. And drink up, gang. You heard me.
You do such a beautiful job of describing this incredibly free healing agent that
Wow.
we all have.
Yeah.
Is there any additional words of wisdom, insight, things that you may have picked up along the way that you would like to share with this worldwide audience?
Well, you use the word healing, and a lot of people that drink their water drink to heal because illness has preceded, illness has shown up in some type of consequence or some type of circumstance in the body or some diagnosis. And usually healing is what most would start to pursue when they drink their water. Let me share this with you. Healing is the low man on the totem pole when it comes to the water. That just comes with the kit. That's just cleansing yourself from all the foreign substances that occupy the land because we've separated ourselves from our life source. The book also said, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Now, if you look at what a perishable is, anybody that's ever mailed a package at the post office, they'll ask you, do you have any perishables in your package, right? Because a perishable is a living organism separated from its root and or its life source. The book relates us to perishables because from the water we come, and on this dry land we separate from our life source. It's not just the cutting of the umbilical cord. That's when we're supposed to start replenishing the earth so that we subdue it. And when we forsake a land, just like vacant house, right? Most of you can tell a vacant house. Why? Without even knowing, you can see it in the landscape. Usually the land or the grass is dried up, the trees start to die because there's no water, right? You enter into the house, it's vacant, and chances are there are rats or rodents or roaches because they know when the house is empty. And that's what illness is. That's what happens to us when we separate from our life source and we open the door, we become vacant lots of sorts. And all kinds of substances and foreign objects begin to take over as though they're at home. And all of these fake remedies, there is no wellness that will show up from any other source other than the authentic source that gives you life. So healing is the low man on the totem pole once you start drinking your water. That's the very matter of fact. But wellness is the ultimate goal because beyond healing, there's an effervescent flow of water on display. We are the manifestation of the light of the world right now in real time. And again, wateroflifesymposium.com. Go check it out. Go to the UT news page. There's many articles, many radio broadcasts, including Life, Love, and Wellness, the Sandy Rogers Show. We've done many shows, videos, and just sit back, open up your mind, let your spirit be free. Let's move out of this realm of regurgitating the same old thing over and over. Let's live our higher self, because I promise you, our higher self is found at the top of the chocolate Milky Way, where the water lives. Drink up, gang.
Thank you, Mr. King.
I love you, Auntie.
Love you more.
I love you.
Can you, Mr. King,
Yes, ma'am. I can.
share with us how old is this practice of urine therapy?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I mean, in this realm of the idea of time, I would say it goes all the way back to the beginning. And somewhere along the way, we forgot or struggled to remember to drink our water, be it because of the agenda of a few, who knows, but we know our authentic space that we occupy is in the water. That's where we all come from, the water. Now, I think even a better question would be, how long have we been out of the water? And when you come to the Water of Life Symposium, it'll be held 2018 at the Westgate Hotel in Las Vegas. Be there. Not only am I going to talk about it, I'm going to show it to you. How about that?
Great.